What's good, y'all, man? We got a bold take talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide, right? Via Dalton Wasserman. He says, if Ty Simpson is able to play like a top 15 to top 20 quarterback, Alabama is a title contender in 2025. The rest of the roster is loaded. All right, now I do agree that Alabama has a pretty talented roster coming back, right? Jan Miller, obviously via Tuscaloosa News, has already said that, hey, I'm coming back another year for my senior season. I'm foregoing obviously the 2025 NFL draft, right? So experience, right? Justice Haynes left in the portal, nonetheless. But you got him. You got a really highly recruited guy, Ackland Deer, coming in. Will be interesting to see how he looks his freshman season. He is also an outstanding player, so that's going to be something to continue to watch and see what he's able to do. You know what I'm saying? Receiver-wise, you feel pretty good, right? You obviously got Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Derek Meadows coming in 6'5", close to 200 pounds, coming in this 2025 class as well. Receiver, you feel pretty good. Now, defensively, you got some dogs, right? Now, Jahad Campbell's going to leave, right? Obviously, this is via ourlast.com. LT Overton has already said he's coming back another year, so you feel good about that. You got some young whippersnappers, too, coming in 2025. That's elite. When you look at Duke Johnson, you look at a Luke Metz, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of talented linebackers coming into this class as well for 2025. So I would agree. I think this is a very talented group. But I do think it is a bit of a stretch to say they will be a title contender. Like I think that's a little. I think SEC is going to be a lot better next year for Alabama, right? I think Georgia's going to be a little better next year. I think Florida's going to be better. I think they're going to finally get off the schneid to be a competitive team. I think Auburn's going to be better next year, right? When I look at these teams and things like that. South Carolina is another one. I think they're going to be better next year. So that's not to say that Alabama's not going to compete. We know every year they're going to compete, but a title contender that said, okay, they're going to get about close to 10 wins next year, you know what I'm saying, with their schedule, and things like that. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I do think he has to play as a top 20 quarterback if they're going to have a chance, but that's a lot to ask of him, and I think it's going to be a quarterback battle. I'm putting my money on Keelan Russell, right? I'm putting my money on him. I think he's going to be able to come in and compete with these guys, the Ty Simpsons of the world, and the other quarterback they got as well. I think they're going to battle and compete with them. I think that freshman is ready. I think he's special. I think it's the reason why Bama went and got him. Obviously, formerly committed to SMU. I think they know what they get in Keelan Russell. I think he's going to be ready, right? And if he could play really good football, they could potentially be dangerous. But I do agree. I think the roster is. I think it is talented. I think it is loaded. Got to have better offensive play, better quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? But title contender, I'm gonna say pump your brakes a little bit. Competitive in the SEC, yes. My title contender, I'm going to say pump the brakes a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because still got to work out a lot of different things. Got to have the talent play at a higher level. Cornerback-wise, Xavier Brown's coming back another year. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Mbakwe should see the field more as a sophomore this year. So a very talented roster, but still, I don't think that would be good enough to be a title contender and say they can win it all next year. I'm going to pump the brakes on that, you know what I'm saying, for Alabama right this second, but I do think they would be a competitive contender in the SEC.